السلام عليكم. معكم دكتور رعد قمر، حياكم الله في قناتي. ويلكم فور إيلين ويك 2. طيب نكمل لعبتنا اللي مليانة رعب ومخاطر وجع قلب. أنا جيت هنا صراحة عشان كنت باخذ أغراض، في أشياء باخذها بصراحة. أصلا من يوم ما دخلت المكان ده قاعد أقول في نفسي إن شاء الله ما أندم، إن شاء الله ما أندم، والحمد لله ما ندمت. وسامحوني على الصوت، ترى شوية بس شوية مسخن ومزكم خليها ربك، الحمد لله. طيب نرجع لذي نشوف ايش عندها.
What happened to Tor just now?
Cynthia took him. Ugh, I knew someone was messing with Tor's head. There's something wrong with the water here. Pipes acting up, black stuff coming out. Cynthia's probably behind that too.
Does Cynthia have any connection to the cult of the tree?
Oh no, she's way too frail for that. But she used to be this town's best defense against the forces of darkness. Well, after Alan. But I guess it finally got her.
Wake is in custody. How have you been in contact with him?
He leaves me messages in funny places, like the newspaper, books. Once he even wrote to me with a cloud. If it's something really important, he tells me in a dream.
Okay. And what does he say to you with these clouds?
Ways I can help him, how I can stay safe, good dinner recipes, ways to kill Taken, lots of stuff. I've been finding some pages of writing lately too, so he must be working on a new book. Exciting.
You need to get the residents out of here. It's not safe.
Oh, this kind of stuff rolls right off their backs. They've lived very rich lives, very resilient. But I already told everyone to wait at the designated muster point on the front porch. We run drills every few months. I'm so proud of them.
I'm impressed by how prepared you are.
We're pretty used to this kind of thing.
Wake tells you how to kill Taken?
Oh, sure. You're the hero, so you must know all about it. All you need is a strong light, and then your conventional methods of extreme violence. Simple stuff. The tough part is hiding the bodies.
اوف.
I honestly don't know how to react to this.
Just doing my part, sister.
والله انك مريضة، حرفيا مريضة. طيب
Nope.
انا بحاول ما اتكلم كثير، انا صراحة أنا الصوت عندي مو معدوم، المعدوم.
Saga jabbed the selector on the jukebox. The missing record in its place. Saga couldn't have found it without Odin's help. Standing there, Saga felt exposed, expecting the shadows to come alive. The needle crackled on the vinyl. The song swelled. Odin had said it was written for her and her mother. Her grandfather's apology. The lamentation of an old man. His heart was broken, sinking into darkness. Odin had said that the song would be a way to know Tor, a way to find him. A light bloomed in through the garden window. That's where Tor had vanished into the pond. Saga knew what she had to do.
طيب نرجع البيت ده.
I need something to cut this.
We need something to cut this. طيب جهز سلاحك، ظبط امورك. Let's go. فك الخريطة. اعتقد الاشياء اللي هنا كلها اخذتها. دقيقة، في استفهام هنا، بس استفهام على ايش؟ طيب هذا الشيء جيناه هنا. سامع اصوات.
Come to the emergency muster point.
You all should stay out here a while. Until it's safe.
I'm happy to get out of that house. Isn't it strange that I've lived in Bright Falls my whole life and I can't remember this building?
The house has always been here, Norman. Remember when that poor Nora girl drowned in the bunker? Those Andersons got it so cheap because it's haunted. You get what you pay for.
Is there anyone who didn't show up?
A few. Artie, Gil, Cynthia.
If they aren't here by now, then they aren't coming. It's important to be punctual. On that topic, I'd like to point out that our nightly decaf coffee service is almost half an hour behind schedule.
والله تبي قهوة؟
Have any of you noticed anything odd about Ms. Weaver?
Just that Tor won't leave the poor woman alone. That brute wants one thing, and one thing only.
Cynthia's gotten downright bossy. Take a swim in the pond, Norman. Drink some water, Norman. Well, no one tells Norman McDonald what to do.
Hello there. Are you Pat Maine from the radio?
That's me. And you're the federal agent everyone's been talking about. Would you have time for an interview at some point?
Oh, sorry. I'm kind of in a hurry right now. Love your show, though. Very informative.
Thank you. Never compromise on quality. That's my motto. We'd be happy to have you on the show anytime. Me and my listeners.
طيب فك الخريطة. ايش تعال ندخل جوا. طيب ايش قصتكم؟ شيك ذا نيرسينج ميوزيوم. طيب ما في شيء، يلا. سمعنا كلام ما له داعي.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths, secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
ايش بقى تنادي انت؟ حسسني انه في حاجة. انا صراحة ما انا عارف ايش قاعد ادور حرفيا، بس عندي مفتاح او عندي حاجة افتح في الغرف. دخلت هذه؟ لا ما دخلت دي.
That's a good deer.
طيب دقيقة، خلينا نشوف ايش نقدر نحط هنا. 4. صراحة حرفيا ولا شيء، يعني حرفيا الشنطة عندي فل. ايش اسوي كمان؟ اشوف لو في اشياء نرجع هنا نحط. ايش هذا؟ اوكي، رصاص. هذا بداية الخير. طيب ايش احط؟ ايش اخلي؟ ماني عارف بصراحة يعني. والله كلها احتاجها. بالي اكبر الشنطة والله. لازم اكبر الشنطة. بس السؤال كيف نكبر الشنطة؟ محتاج الهيل ضروري. ليه؟ يقول بسم الله. هذا اول غرفة نخشها. يا شيخ الله
Anger's
يقربك.
remorse. This is the one. But it's gone. Cynthia has the record. She will tell me where to find it.
طيب لازم الفجعة. اكره ما علي لما تطلع لي زي كذا. حرفيا قلبي يوقف.
Cynthia targeted Tor specifically. Why him?
Deal with the nasty Anderson fellow. His heart was broken. Cancelled. Leaks started appearing. It was too late. Shut her out of her own case.
The dark presence is using Cynthia to keep me from talking to Tor.
شوف شكلها كيف يفجع.
Where is Angus' remorse now?
He is a young girl in love. A rock and roll cliche. The shadows to come alive. gift. An on of death wish.
She has the record. I can get it out of her. Anger's remorse. Where is it, Cynthia?
Drowned beneath dark water. Too many hands. The bathroom frightened her. Cut short. She screamed. And old folks care home.
The Anger's remorse record is in Cynthia's room. In her bathtub. Anger's remorse is missing. Who took it?
Our shame becomes the pale horse. Oh, Tor. Bro. Tor's love for you is in that song. That's why Cynthia wants it, to ruin him. She made Tor lust after her. We fought one scratching hag years ago. Now he's fallen for another, and we might lose him for good. One less Anderson.
That isn't going to happen. Cynthia has Tor in the overlap. Anger's remorse is the key to get there. I need to make Cynthia reveal its location. A bathtub, a pond, a lake. There's a theme here.
خاف لا اطلع فوق وتروني والله العظيم. يا سلام. يا سلام على الميوزك. شكرا والله شكرا. بسم الله. يا ربي.
Crying in the dark place. What has been has gone. But trouble doesn't look like this.
قلبي.
You can go to the basement and check the generator.
هذا شغلك حبيبي مو شغلي.
You can never know in which tree the devil sits.
ليه ما تروح انت طيب؟
Thanks.
انت قاعد على السرير هنا لا شغله ولا مشغله. راح ارجع اخذ الشيء ده اكيد.
Do you know anything about the cult of the tree?
Yes, yes. He who reaches for a spruce tree will stumble into a juniper. Bloom was one of them. He has kicked empty. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes. But I like his shoes.
How did you know Blum was part of the cult?
Oh, Fox never runs out of tricks. He's a crazy man, and he will show his ways. Bloom like to talk.
ايوه جهز امورك. بسم الله. هاي فين نروح الحين؟ البيسمنت. نخرج من هنا يعني ولا نخرج من هنا ونلف كده؟ وعندك حل من الحلين. نخرج طوالي افضل لي. انا اجرب السلاح ذا الجديد. بسم الله.
Now's my chance.
اوف.
Just around the corner!
آه. لعب في حسبتي ذا. هذا لسه ما رحنا للبيسمنت. بسم الله.
I need to get the power back on.
يا ابوي فكني في حالي، ترى كرهت الجيم ده بسبة الطلعات دي. انا عارف فين اروح اصلا. لا ما اقدر اخش الا لما اضبط الكهرباء. ابى اجهز الشتقن خلاص ما عاد فيها.
I can't force it open.
remember by more fuse. يعني محتاجين فيوز. اوكي
Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic-depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back, an on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD. Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep. But the Andersons were something else. The nightmares were starting to creep in again. Or maybe it was the drugs in the air. Wheeler hoped it was the drugs. The Andersons were so old. Vampires. After every gig and the party that followed, took them weeks to bounce back. And they never did completely. Each time Wheeler expected them to croak.
يلا نكمل. ان شاء الله ما تطلع لي باذن الله. كيف في شيء جوا برضو سهم. احتاج فيوز. شو بوكس. خلينا اخذ لي واحدة واحدة. اوكي
Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life, he'd been surrounded by the same small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town. Their endless gossip, their nose-picking, chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, and touching things. Touching everything. The world was going to hell. He'd watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how he'd make them pay. He had lovingly tended his anger, made it grow hotter. It was out in the open now. Ugly and slobbering, they reached at him with their unwashed hands. He'd beat them down, beat them until they no longer moved. And then he'd wash his hands with a strong antibacterial disinfectant.
عنده هوس نظافة. هو تبي الصراحة من جد يا أخي، العالم ده دحين حتى لما تخش الحمام ما تغسل يدها. طيب أوكي روز.
It won't open.
طيب ايش بك تنفخي طيب؟ لا 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 لا، ايش في؟ ليه كده؟ ان شاء الله ما حيطلع لي احد في وجهي. دور دحين الرقم. قصة حزينة. طيب ياهو.
Cynthia Weaver had always kept her lantern close. Someone in the bathroom with her. In the dark. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. Cynthia Weaver hated being old. She'd been a doer, a fighter. Now the bathroom frightened her, afraid she'd break her hip, like Norman. Cynthia had always kept her lantern close, to hold the darkness at bay. "Oh dear, my lantern. I think I've lost it," Cynthia said. "This will put a smile back on your face, my dear," a voice said. A man's voice. Someone in the bathroom with her, in the dark. The light bulb had blown. She meant to replace it days ago. How could she forget? She had slipped getting out of the tub. She lay in the tub now. She lifted her hand. It looked wrong. Too many hands. In a black void with no sense of up or down, she was underwater. A dark shape pushed her down. Dark water pressed itself into her. She screamed. It came out in bubbles.
حرفيا من عارف ايش اختار من سلاح. خلاص اختار الشتقن، ما عاد فيه. حاسس ان احنا قربنا كذا في حاجة مو تمام. عندي اقاتل ولا يطلع لي واحد يفجعني. بسم الله. 273. حلو. في احد ورايا؟ Please leave me alone. 273. هذا الفيوز.
A fuse. Could come in handy. The power's off. It's not opening.
راح يطلع لي نفسي اجري، حرفيا ابى اجري. ايوه
There. Power's back on.
شكرا. نفسي اطلع بنفس الوقت ما بطلع.
Is this something they watch on movie night? That looks just like Casey. What the hell is going on?
تعتقد اتمسك؟ يعني كيف اخرج من المكان ذا؟ اقول لا تكثري. بسم الله يا ابوي روقي. حرفيا ما راح تسيبني في حالي. اوكي ايوه هذه كلها شيلها. ايش كمان عندي؟ لا تكثري هرج. راح تطلع لك دحين في أي لحظة. ما اقدر دي اخشها. يلا دحين تفك الباب. يلا دحين تجيك الفجعة. غمض عينك. لاخر لحظة بغبط. يا ربي يرزقني صور.
The dark presence uses people's memories, their fears to corrupt them.
انا اللي متعب عمري يا اخي، ليه العب اللعبه دي؟ هذا بنته.
I'm guessing the woman in this photograph was not Cynthia's favorite. I feel like I'm missing some context here. A lantern. Was Cynthia using it for protection? Did she know about the dark presence? A power station. Everyone needs a hobby, I guess. A dam? Was Cynthia into civil engineering? Tor's a romantic, huh?
Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming.
Tor is not becoming a Taken, but Cynthia is definitely corrupting him. Trying to keep him away from me?
هذا في شيء راح اقول لك عليه يمكن، ولا هو في شيء عارفه.
Wheeler used to be the agent of a manic depressive celebrity writer, Alan Wake. Wake had various addictions on his back, an on-off death wish. Wheeler had seen a thing or two. Wheeler paid a lot of money for a good shrink. Got himself convinced that all the nightmares he'd seen leading up to Wake drowning himself were just his imagination. PTSD.
هذا شفناه خلاص.
Now we had pills to keep the shadows from his sleep.
غيره.
Cynthia Weaver hated being old. She'd been a doer, a fighter. Now the bathroom frightened her, afraid she'd break her hip. Cynthia Weaver smiled. Lost without her lantern? Nonsense. Cynthia felt as giddy as a young girl in love. Cynthia had loved Thomas Zane. Tom only had eyes for Barbara. Barbara was bad news. Tom had seen it in the end. Cynthia had been there to comfort him. And when he left, Cynthia waited. Years of waiting. Now Tom had come back to her. They'd be together now. See the world. She'd always dreamed of seeing New York. They were there now in a fancy hotel. She drew a bath. She would become like Barbara. No, better. She sank into dark water. Into Tom. Tom had enemies plotting against him. Cynthia would deal with the nasty Anderson fellow, Tor, always poking people with his hammer. He had it coming. Anything for Tom. Emmett Elwood had had enough. All his life he'd been surrounded by the same small-minded, impolite, ignorant people in town. Their endless gossip, their nose-picking, chewing food with their mouths open, not washing their hands after visiting the restroom, touching things, touching everything. The world was going to hell. He'd watched day after day how all the nice things in life in Bright Falls were spoiled and ruined forever. There would be a just and terrible reckoning. Emmett had imagined many times how he'd make them pay. He had lovingly tended his anger, made it grow hotter. It was out in the open.
اعتقد دي سمعناها برضو. أصله كم مرة عيدة.
Cynthia was close to someone named Thomas Zane. Who is he?
Tom was back. Tom had enemies. In a fancy hotel. Just his imagination. The nightmare started to creep in. Cynthia Weaver smiled.
An old flame. Maybe Tom was taken.
نكمل. هذا السي دي صح؟ يلا.
Anger's Remorse by Old Gods of Asgard. I need to play it in the jukebox.
كنت جاهز صراحة. لا هذا ما انا كنت جاهز صراحة. الله يعين سعد. انا عارف راح اطلع عيني. حرفيا راح اطلع عيني دي. يهو والله كفي اوراق ترى البرد كله ورق في ورق. اسمع.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Wheeler set up a foundation with the sales of their greatest hits album. He used the cash to build a nursing facility. The old men deserved it. An old manor in Bright Falls. Wheeler hired a contractor to have it refitted as an old folks' care home. At this point, Wheeler felt good about himself. He had a heart of gold. No need to feel guilty. Wheeler left the work to the contractor and returned to New York City. He had done his part. It was time to turn over a new leaf. The contractors figured out Wheeler was gone for good. They took the money and ran. When the fall rains came, the leaks started appearing.
يعني حتى عندهم سرقة. تدي المقاول فلوس في النهاية بس شافك مخفي عنه ما تدري عنه يقول لك خلاص خليه ابني على كيفي. هذا ما اقدر افتحه الان؟ لا. دقيقة يا اخي البيبان دي تنسك لحالها اقول لك شيء بالاخر. تعال انت عندك اغراض في الدرج صح؟ بسم الله. ايوه ليش في كانوا يستنوني.
The song will show me the way.
Look in the mirror, the cobweb of my soul, my favorite part, seeking to be driven by passion, raging like a
فين احنا؟ ريسكيو فروم ذا اوفرلاب. اوكي. نقعد ندوخ في المكان ده الحين. نفسي احصل لي شنطة.
This isn't real. Fuck this place.
بدي يوتروها لين ثبت في النهاية. ما ادري انت كأنك في سجن. شو المكان اللي يفجع ذا؟ في بعض البارتات تجيك عادية، وفي بعض البارتات تجيك قلبك يوجعك زي هذا البارت. أما قاعد يستناني. الشنطة فل. طيب ناخذ لفة سريعة ثانية. يمكن التقي لي حاجة مهمة.
The wall just disappeared. The light did that?
أي جدر. هذا الشتقان دائما احطه عشان لو احد سوالي سبرايز، فاهم؟ ابو قال لك انه اسوي له بوف وجهه. بدات العجوزه دي مره ناويها نيو بطاله. طيب انا فين اروح؟ ماني عارف حرفيا، ماني عارف فين اروح. طيب الجدر راح فين؟ الجدر راح. اي جدر راح؟ قصده هذه يعني. جيم سيفت حلو يعني، ماشيين صح. بس كأني رجعت نفس المكان.
It's a loop, like the others. I need to reach the center. Cynthia. She's here.
والله
A dead end.
طيب والله ما هي فارقة معاي، اللي بيطلع لي يطلع لي. خلاص حرفيا قلبي صار وجعني.
Ugh, back here again.
هيا لعبة في حسبتي. قاعد العب حرفيا في حسبتي.
Locked. The key
طيب
has to be nearby.
الله يستر من اللي جاي، الله يستر من اللي جاي. كأن الدنيا اختفت وتغيرت. الأسلحة معشقة، كل شيء تمام. هذا مقفل. طب أنا إيش قاعد أدور بالضبط؟ بديت أتوه. والله ادوني كمية رصاص كانوا يقولوا لي استعد. يا واد هيل، ده هيل. خلي ارجع لانه في بوابة هنا. ما اقدر اخش. اوكي الحين فين نروح؟ افتح ذا. اوكي الحين نخش جوا. هلا ايش عندك من سلاح؟ لا 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 لا. ولا شيء. رجع. اوه طلقة جت أليمة. لا لحظة، خلينا ناخذ لفة سريعة، يمكن في شيء مهم هنا. عشق عشق ده كمان. ايوه ما في شيء هنا. هنا هيلاب. طيب يا واد عاصي الحرمة دي. ليه؟ في شيء هنا. طيب ليش؟ ايش في؟ ماني فاهم. هو الطريق من هنا، ليه قفل البوابة ديك؟ والله غريبة اللعبة دي. فكينا البوابة دي يلا نزلنا.
Writing a story.
لا بكتب القصة حبيبي، أنا إيش لي بيك؟ برضو رجعنا لنفس المكان.
Back again. Gotta go deeper.
ديبر فين من هنا أشكل من كده؟ تعب.
Tor!
Where are you? Can you hear me? It's so dark. I'm sorry, kiddo. The hag tricked me.
Tor, I'm here! I'm coming!
طيب ايش اسوي دحين؟ كمان ما في كهرباء.
You took Tor. I'm here to take him back. I need to get the lights on to reach him.
يا خاف الله في عمرك.
So damn dark down here. I'm underwater. She trapped me at the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
طيب انا ليه جاي هنا؟
Just leave me here. Joe! Where are you?
هم ليه حاطين دي الاشياء دي؟ عشان في احد جوة المويه ولا ايش؟ انا ماني فاهم. اي والله في احد جوة المويه. اوه عرفت ليش.
There must be a way to get the power back on.
وكيف طيب؟
Shit! I gotta get out of the water.
بسرعة 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 بسرعة. قريبة قربت.
I'm not leaving you here, Tor. Hold on!
طيب نطة واحدة ودعسة واحدة على هناك صح؟ يلا بسرعة 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 بسرعة. واو دحين مكتوب ديفيت سينثيا. سينثيا مدري سينثيا. طيب دحين فين اروح انا؟
I'm sorry I fucked everything up.
You can apologize to him yourself. I'm getting you the hell out of here.
طيب ايش اسوي دحين؟ لا وال السلاح ده ما ابغاه ما ابغاه. يا ابوي اموتي ولا شوف لي حل مع نفسي. الشك شكلك مرة تموت. ملكتي لي الرصاص كله.
Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You help me get closer to escaping.
Wake? Where are you? Is this coming from the dark place when you were still trapped? I have the clicker. We can finish this.
Without the clicker. You can help. You must find it.
I already have it. I can get it to you. But I have to understand. Did you write Logan into the story?
I'm in danger. I need to get back. I'm writing a story. It's the only way.
Then change the story. If this is the past, if this is you still in the dark place, then you can do that, right? You cannot write her in. She's my daughter, goddammit! Logan is in the story. I can get him to change it. I have the clicker. I'll make him change it now. He had no right to do this to Logan. To my family. Tor,
Oh, fucking hell.
are you okay?
Hey, it took you sweet time to come save your grandpa, huh?
Nice attitude. A family trait?
You're right. Sorry. Thanks for helping out an old bastard like me.
That's my job. Now, I've got some questions for you.
Of course you do, sweetie pie. And I got answers.
طيب وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو. شكرا على المتابعة. لا تنسونا اللايك شير وسبسكرايب. مع السلامة.